Hi.
Hi.
Hi, yes, we talked earlier.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
You had a great acceptance speech for the first award you received. What would you like to see white allies do as far as diversity and inclusion behind the camera?
I mean, this is the third one, so I feel like I've thanked all my wife and all my kids and the people I work with enough, and it feels like, the same issues I saw with the first season of the show, where I had to work to get people of color behind camera, black people behind camera. It's still not perfect. It's still not great, and so I feel like I have to not only call my team out, but I have to call the industry out. Because as we talk about more diversity and inclusion on screen, I still see it in a lot of meetings with mostly white dudes. So it's not about white allies. It's about white power brokers who want to be allies. Because I sit in rooms with a lot of power brokers, pitching a lot of ideas, and then we talk a lot about diversity. But a lot of those conversations end up being with white people about diversity. And I know that the power is in those seats in those meetings. It's not on screen. And I'm not the first to say this, but I feel like if I'm going to be about it, I got to talk about it. And I got to really, represent it. So it's not enough for me to get these awards and feel like, yay, I'm doing something. As every black person or every person of color knows, we have to keep the door open for more people, and we have to fight to get more people through the door.
Additional question?
Yes, I have an additional question. I, of course, lost my train of thought just then.
Sorry, I was talking for a long time.
You also mentioned another series that is going to be off the air, and you made a call out that if they're not being invited on, then it's kind of a bunch of hypocrisy of people in the room.
I think I said full of shit, yes.
Yes.
I was outside on the red carpet, and we were talking to some of the parents who were born this way, and they were saying that we've sort of joked about the fact that I won the last 2 years. I was like, yeah, but you won the first year, and we actually said, well, maybe next year, and they're like, oh, we're not going to be back next year. So and sort of the idea was like, we won't be back at the Emmys anymore. And I sort of thought, like, if this show is being nominated for all these things and being shown as this Changemaker, when white shows have that power, they get invited into all the rooms to pitch other shows. Or when shows with heterosexual, cisgender, able-bodied, or whatever you want to say, people, they get invited to all those shows. Born this way, it feels like, well, if these people have been nominated for all these awards, shouldn't they be pitching more shows and being out there to be able to be in more shows and produce shows and to bring through other stories? And so for me, maybe that's happening for them, but I didn't get the impression when I said that it was happening, because they were like, oh yeah. So for me, it's like, again, it's not enough to put the idea in their head, we got to put the idea in everybody in this room, because these are the people who actually make TV. These are the people who have the power to have general meetings and to greenlight things. So I feel like it is a little thing to do is to put the idea in the heads of the people who can do this. And when I say, it's just like when I say white shows, I'm referring to what I mean: able-bodied, cisgender, heterosexual, cisnormative people. So that's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
Also calling myself out.
Additional questions? Any additional questions? All right, no, right up here.
So what do you hope the average viewer takes away from watching your show?
The average viewer, not the superlative viewer.
Any viewer.
I just hope that you have different conversations going out than you came out. It's just TV on a basic level. While when we make this, I feel like on our show, I do want it to change the world. It's just an episode of television. But if people go to work the next day or go on Twitter and talk about what they saw and it changes the conversation, then that starts change. So I just want to change the conversation. Better dinner party conversation. That's all I'm asking for. And also the ability to correct people when they say things that you now know are wrong after you see something on our show.